He comes in, he work at his craft every day. He proves and shows us that he's capable of doing the job he's supposed to do. And really, just day in and day out. Him and Raylan does the same thing, just working. They practice like a starter, so they're gonna eventually play like a starter, and eventually trust the coach to, get the game.
I guess what's the key to practicing like a starter?
What's the key to practicing like a starter? I feel like it's your mindset. Don't ever feel like you're not going to get in. Always feel like you have the abilities and the attributes to contribute to the team. Such as them boys right there, they come in and work. They never knew they were going to have a chance to play between all the players over them. It's just really the mindset to separate people who practice like a starter.
Shmuel saw an increased snap load on Saturday. What does getting him back to full strength mean for both this linebacker room and this defense as a whole?
It means a lot. It creates depth in our linebacker room. Start with me and him, then goes down to Sorey, Jalen Walker, CJ, Raylan, all them guys. Basically, just create depth for us. A lot of comfortable people in that room, a lot of leadership in that room. Me and Smile, the older guys show the young guy how to do it, and that's the way how we lead the room.
Kind of on the practicing like starters thing, how have you seen Sorey do that over the past couple years as he's fought for playing time, and how is that helping him now that he's playing a much bigger role for you this year?
It don't only helps him, it helps the team. Sorey has a lot of abilities and a lot of God-given talent that everyone don't have. Sorey's 6'3", 220. Play outside, play inside. Just like Jalen Walker, he's a very versatile player. That's pretty much to it. Like, he gonna help the team a lot this year with him growing and taking that first step from his first year to his third year. It's been a big jump, and I'm excited to see what Sorey do this season by how he just keep locking in and paying attention to details, and it can really help our room in the future.
When you look at this defense through 2 games, what stands out to you, and what do you feel like you guys are really stressing going into SEC play this week?
Well, Coach always says the biggest jump from the season is game 1 and game 2. And I feel like we did that pretty good last week. We didn't do what we wanted to do exactly last Saturday, but, we created a habit. That's something we preach on. That's pretty much it. The 3 turnovers we had versus the 0 we had in the first game, it was a big jump for us. And that's pretty much it.
You got a bunch of not necessarily new bodies in front of you, but when we talk about all the losses that defensive line's seen, I guess what's the picture looking like from you from that defensive line through these first 2 games? Are they keeping you clean? Do you feel like you're able to run the alley like you have been over the last couple of years?
Couple of years. I don't even play in a year. So, for sure, our D tackles is they Coach Scott preached to them, the 2 on me, 1 on the linebacker thing, 2 type of thing. So I guess they still keeping that alive. I wouldn't say I got touched at all. So it ain't really no difference in when I look and see who's playing in front of me, because the old lineman gonna get up to me, and that's pretty much it. Like, I ain't really been getting touched. I mean, it's been 2 games, but the real test is this week.
You say the real test is this week with SEC play starting. Is there a different sense coming into the building on a Monday morning like today?
Yeah, of course. Whenever you play an SEC opponent, it's different. The mindset different. The practice different. The grind different. Especially for the older guys, the ones who've seen it already, going into an SEC opponent matchup, just different. Especially the first one, it's kind of like a statement game right now. Sending everybody a message what we're really about.
You mentioned about the turnovers you guys created. What about the pass rush? How do you think that's been for the defense the first 2 games?
Pass rush, I really say it's been cool. When the offense doing a quick game, they're doing a quick game for a reason. So, they don't believe they can drop back and hold the ball and scan the field. So the quick game is the answer to saying we really can't block them, and we got to get the ball out fast to complete pass. So I feel like the rush been getting there, and they're worried about something to be able to go out there and keep doing quick game ball game.
Jamon, I'm looking at Kirby's post-game quotes, and he was asked on what could be improved after giving up 3 points and 3 turnovers, and he said that if they run for 4 or 5 yards with their size offensive linemen and Georgia's size defensive linemen, they've won. He said they had several of those, and that Georgia's not playing the run defensively to the standard. You're obviously not in there every snap. A lot of young guys played, but where can those adjustments be made? And is that kind of the feeling when you talk about sense of urgency and maybe the start of SEC bringing that standard back?
It really don't start like with the SEC stuff. It starts in practice. So really got to lock in and to what coach is saying, that's not the standard. Our rush per carry is really low. I think it's 3.3 yards, something like that. No, it's 3.3. I guess they got over that. So really just locking in. We just got to defend it and bring the standard back to what it been.
So walk me through last year's South Carolina game. What do you remember about it, and what have you looked at on the South Carolina film for this year that you think might be different?
The only thing from South Carolina game, it's different. People do film. They might watch some film that we had. We only had 2 games, so they might watch the films and watch the plays that we might given up on. Some little explosive play. We didn't really give up that many explosives, so they watch film, we watch film, so they want to piggyback on the little things that some teams got on us to piggyback on that. So not gonna be the same thing over and over, but I expect them to steal some plays and rerun their plays from last year on us. And what I remember about South Carolina, just really the sandstorm to everybody about first quarter, and then it was over at that.
What did y'all learn? I know last year's score, and that was pretty much what below, but what did y'all learn, playing against Spencer Rattler, quarterback for South Carolina? What's going to be the key to being successful against him this time around?
Really just make him uncomfortable in the pocket, getting him off his landmark. We know he's a little mobile quarterback at times, but they want to use his arm, and we just got to make him comfortable at the end of the day. He's a mobile quarterback. He is probably one of the most ready quarterback we played this year. So it's a little challenge for us.
Yeah, Kirby talks about getting guys on the field who play winning football. At inside linebacker for you, what does winning football look like? And how do you and Smile try to teach that to guys like Sorey, Jalen Walker, CJ, all the younger guys behind you?
And say it again? You said, what does winning football look like?
What does winning football look like, and how do y'all try to teach it to the younger guys?
Winning football, inside linebacker, for me, just say, you're doing your assignment, being dependable, just doing the little things right, just being a leader on that field, being a Mike inside linebacker, really controlling things, that's what you gotta do at inside linebacker. Just doing the right thing. That's winning football. You can't win, you're doing the wrong thing, you busting. So just mentally locking in and just really controlling things. And how me and Smile been doing that, I feel like, me and Smile, we just compatible with each other. One can do one thing, one can do the other thing. But it's really just the leadership that goes on in our room day in and day out. Like, we always preach, we always talk about the older guys that left the legacy behind for us. We just try to model that, follow their paths.
Got time for 2 more questions?
Yeah, this your second year along with Smile as a starter. How do you feel like you guys have grown at this point in the year compared to where you guys were a season ago?
I feel like the thing is, y'all go back and watch the interview. I said we know what one is comfortable with and what's one not comfortable with. I feel like the off season we worked on that, and so I feel like we made our weaknesses our strengths, and we just ready to go out there and play at this point. We worked on things. We had to get the team fixed up, and I feel like we're ready to do that.
How would you describe Small London to somebody who never met him? What's his personality like?
Off the field? Oh, Smile quiet. But if y'all close, he's goofy at times, and probably the funniest person I ever met. I say it every day. Y'all might not see it, but I'm gonna see it. Yeah, I can't tell y'all what he be doing to make me laugh, but Smile's funny. y'all might see him. He might be a quiet dude, but he ain't quiet.
All right, Jamon, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Jamon.
you.